So my name is Caroline. I'm a programme manager from the Digitising Social Care programme at NHS England, and I'm here today to facilitate your 30-minute bite-sized session introducing one of our digital social care record system suppliers, StoriiCare. The NHS England Digitising Social Care programme was established back in 2021, and our primary objective is to help adult social care providers up and down the country to go digital, moving from paper-based systems to electronic care planning systems or digital social care records. We engaged with a large number of stakeholders, so care providers up and down the country, and they told us that the decision-making process was really important and couldn't be rushed. There were also lots of suppliers on the market. So NHS England created an assured solution list. We've worked with suppliers of digital social care records. We've checked their systems to make sure that they meet standards. And then we've curated a list for you. So you know, if you choose a supplier from the Assured Solutions list, that they are going to meet the needs of your business as an adult social care service provider. We also know that the decision-making process can't be rushed. And when there's so much choice available, it's really important that you make the right decision. So we've put together some short 30-minute bite-sized introduction videos where you can get a flavour for each of the digital social care record systems. You can see them, feel them, hear from the clients that already use them. These videos can be paused, rewind, you can come back to them at any point that's most suitable for you. And again, this is just really the start of your journey. So don't watch the demo video and think that's it. If you want to reach out to StoriiCare after today's session because you like what you see and what you hear, the team will be on hand to help you. So we've asked each of our suppliers to, number one, tell you a little bit about their organisation. Number two, give you a demonstration of their system and show you what it's capable of delivering. And we've also asked them to share with you some testimonials or some stories from their existing clients and care providers that already use the system. So without further delay, I'm going to introduce you to Taylor and Cameron from StoriiCare. On the screen now, you can see all of the care settings that the StoriiCare system has been authorised for use in. So domiciliary care, extra care services and supported living and shared lives, and then care homes with nursing and without nursing. There is a link to the StoriiCare website on the screen, and all the information that we're sharing with you today is accurate as of today's recording date, which is the 14th of February 2024. So without further delay, I will hand over to Taylor and Cameron. So over to you guys.
Hi, I'm Cameron and I'm the CEO at StoriiCare, the most customizable and easy to use care platform on the market. Today, Taylor and I are going to give a brief demonstration of the StoriiCare system. But before we do, I want to give a bit of a background on who we are. So I started StoriiCare back in 2016 after getting kidney failure from taking part in a charity run. I witnessed reminiscence therapy in hospital, and that spurred the idea for a social reminiscence platform. We added care and health record functionality around this platform over 8 years, and we've built that up, working closely with care providers to become the most person-centered offering available. StoriiCare has had rapid growth since 2016, being used across care settings, including care homes, domiciliary care, adult daycare, and supported living settings. We've expanded to 10 countries across 5 continents, working with operators of all sizes, including governments and large providers with hundreds of locations to small family-run operators. We work incredibly closely with all of our providers, ensuring that each implementation is a success. The implementation is super important. Clients have the ability to submit feature requests and have visibility into our product roadmap. We also regularly test new features with clients, ensuring that we continue to offer the best possible solutions and meet all compliance requirements. StoriiCare is built using modern technologies to ensure speed, security, and device accessibility. So importantly, you can use us on any device via the web or via our iOS and Android apps, which you can take a look at just by searching the normal app stores. The system is also designed with our users in mind. So our feature design and functionality is consistent throughout, and you'll see that in the demo today, with most users feeling fully comfortable with the platform after just a few days of logging in. We have an extensive feature set that is constantly being improved and added to, providing a true all-in-one software solution for providers. We often find that every provider is nuanced, and the ability to customize the platform in depth is a standout benefit of StoriiCare. We also invest heavily in support, providing full implementation, training, and data importing or migration, alongside one-to-one targeted trainings, live chat, phone support, and a lot more. I should also mention that we are very used to training teams that are new to technology or have been using a fully paper-based process previously. So that's a little bit about StoriiCare. We want to get straight into the demo, but we take great pride in so many care providers trusting us with their operations and care records, and we look forward to learning more about how we can help your business. So with that, I'll pass over to Taylor, who will kick us off with a few StoriiCare features.
Wonderful. Thank you, Cameron. And I'm quite amused that Cameron and I are accidentally color coordinated today. That worked out nicely. Okay, let me get my screen shared here, and I will walk you through the platform. So I'm just going to cover a few kind of key features, most common features we see heavily used on StoriiCare. So as you'll see here, I'm on our dashboard, where you'll see a variety of different features that staff would be using to complete their daily workflows. The first one I'm going to jump into is tasks. So within tasks, I can see that this is already filtered for myself. I'm logged in as James. I can see the tasks that are assigned to me. I can also remove that and see tasks that might be assigned to other staff members, you know, if I needed to complete tasks for someone who's gone home ill, that sort of thing. We have a database of tasks already in the system ready for you to schedule and use, but again, this is customizable. You'll notice throughout StoriiCare, we heavily focus on customization and the ability to tailor these features to suit your care community's needs. So you can create custom task types and categories and use those in the system. So I could click here. I can see there's a mental capacity assessment that needs completed for Bruce. This has a link here to the actual form on StoriiCare, so your staff don't have to leave a feature and go into another one. They can just complete it there and then. They can sign it, submit it, and then mark the task as complete. And you can see a whole database of forms here. All of the tasks have a notes area, so your staff can record additional information that is relative to that task. You'll also see an audit trail at the bottom, so you can always see, you know, who created the task, who edited it, who completed it. If there's past overdue tasks, you'll be able to see those. And we also have the ability to export tasks. So if you are being audited or you just need to print a report, for example, of all medication tasks for a certain day or time period for a certain resident, you can easily do that. All right. Now I'm going to go into a participant profile. So here you can see all your residents or participants. You can change the terminology on StoriiCare to what you use. The face sheet is very powerful in the sense that this is a fully customized template. So you can decide exactly what data points are important to you and what you want stored here. The face sheet is also linked to other areas of the platform. For example, vital signs. So you may update Let's say we're going to update a temperature. I'm going to save that entry here. Now, when I go back to the face sheet, you'll see that it has updated to the latest entry. Things like medications, medical conditions, those are pulling through from the medical info section on StoriiCare. You'll see emergency contact information here. You even have the ability to upload additional files or things like photos. So here we've got Helen's support dog. It's very cute. Assessment scores, so these are pulling in from forms and assessments. The really powerful thing about the face sheet is the exporting and reporting capabilities you have at your fingertips. So let's say I wanted to just quickly access a report of all of my residents' allergies. I can come in here and just select allergies, and then I can get a face sheet report that would look like this. So I can see all of the residents, their allergies. I can even see who's missing information. So it can be a good tool for kind of double checking that you're compliant and have all the information you need stored on the system. You can even get granular. Let's say there's a pet therapy or animal therapy activity happening this week, and you want to make sure that you know who has an allergy to cats or dogs. You can come in and select that. I can see I don't have anybody, but you might have, 2 or 3 people. And so just know that you have the ability to filter down even further to get into the nitty-gritty details of what you need. So that is the face sheet. Another area of the platform I'm going to cover is forms. So on StoriiCare, we have a form builder tool. Our team works really closely with clients to kind of transfer all of the documents, assessments, forms they use on StoriiCare into the system. We can use this form builder tool to actually build out forms, or we can upload like a PDF background if it's a government form or something more official, and then just drag the boxes on top of the form. So once forms are built and published in Form Builder, then they're available from the Forms feature here. If I go into, let's say, like topical medications administration, I can see all the forms that have been completed. I'm going to add a new one and select my participant. You'll see we've got certain linked properties. So these are pulling information in from the face sheet. You could update it here and it would be updated in the face sheet as well. You could indicate where the medication's been administered and submit that form. You also have the ability to make forms external. So you could be sharing a feedback form with families. So you're just getting this link. You could include that in an email, have it on your website. They can paste that, open that in their browser. And here's the feedback form. So they can actually come in and complete this from home on their mobile device, on their computer or tablet, and submit that to you. All right, perfect. So now if I refresh my screen here, I should see that form up here, right here. So you have a very powerful tool in Form Builder and Forms, and the ability for you to keep all of your documentation in one place without having to go into different platforms to complete different forms and assessments. I'm going to hand this back to Cameron, and he's going to go over a few more features.
Okay, thank you, Taylor. So I'm going to jump over to care plans. So let's go to Helen's profile here. Again, if there's one thing I want you to remember from this call today, the word is customizability and consistency, actually, but customizability is what I want you to remember. So I've clicked onto Helen's care plan area here, and you can see different squares or tabs. This can be changed to whatever you want. It could be one section, it might be 20 different sections here. But let's go into communication and emotions. So in this case, I have a summary, I have a list of care plans, and in this case, we have anxiety support. And I can also leave comments to this care plan. And in these comments or notes, I could actually fully customize the text here. I could upload an image, I could upload a document, whatever I want can be in here. And again, all of these areas, even within the care plan, can be customized to exactly match what you have for your care plans. So if I click on add here for the care plan, I can add a title, I can add details, and I also have prompts in here to support staff into writing a care plan. So if I jump out and go to the business settings, I can customize a lot of areas of the system, but I want to customize the care plan here. So this is how I would actually change this, of course, relative to my permission level on the system. So I could, change the order of these areas, change the prompts. I could even add things like dividers. It's really that simple. So jumping from care plans, I'm actually going to take you to the calendar. StoriiCare has a very extensive activity component baked in to our platform. We actually have a lot of providers that actually find out about us just by seeing our activity component and end up using us for absolutely everything in the system. So if I look at what's scheduled for today, I can see we've got coffee and cake, bird watching. Now, I'm sure you as a provider run a lot of great activities. You really want to record these as much as you can, and you want to make it really easy for providers. So I could be recording this on a mobile device. I could click here on take attendance for coffee and cake, and I could go ahead and tap the individuals that have taken part here. Super easy. I could just be doing this on my phone, and I could click and save, or I could record things like engagement or mood, or I could even link an outcome or a goal that we're trying to complete for this individual, and that will automatically be connected for that individual. So if I click and save, that activity attendance is completed. So in addition to taking activity attendance, I can also export professional looking calendars directly from the system. So this is an idea of what a calendar might look like. It's going to be your branding, your logos. Obviously, this is a very busy calendar. This can be fully edited. We've got a lot of different options here. A lot of providers, especially the larger ones with multiple locations, really like this because it gives them consistency in their branding and also consistency in the activities that they are running. But we also took this one step further. So you can actually control digital signage. If you have any TVs or monitors at your locations, you can fully customize these. You can even embed these links on your website, and this is what it would look like. So imagine this on a TV screen. You're going to be going through a slideshow of images on the right-hand side. You have a list of activities on the left-hand side, and this is instant. So you can take a photo of someone taking part in an activity and upload that to the TV, and it'll be there in a few seconds. Residents love this, to be able to see themselves on the TV. Now, in addition to recording these activities and displaying them in calendars, we also have an extensive family portal. So you want the families to be able to see what is happening with their loved ones. So, for example, if I wanted to invite Helen's loved ones, I would go to this individual, Helen's Care Circle. It's completely up to you how and when you invite family members. We normally recommend waiting about a month before you do so, but you could send an email or send a text to their phone, and they then get invited to Story Family. So this is our simple family portal. Again, you can actually customize what families are able to see through this. We have our own iOS and Android apps for this too. In this case, we have a recent updates feed. So I can push out community announcements. Maybe it's a video or an audio recording or a PDF that you want to share with families, or it's an activity like the one I just recorded. So in this case, you'll be able to see as a family member their engagement, their mood, and also that they participated with other people. Obviously, for data protection reasons, it's not going to share their names, but you want to know that other people were part of that activity. In this family portal, you also have things like messaging, so you can send GDPR compliant messages back and forth. You have a life story component, which we touched upon earlier in the call. It's how we started as a business. And of course, family members can see the calendar, participation, media, and a whole lot more. Having this family portal really takes things into the next level in terms of family communication. It makes a really big difference. And we also help providers get this set up initially. So you might create a test profile just so you can understand how this system works before you go live with all of your family members. So this has been a very quick introduction to some of our features. We're really just seeing the tip of the iceberg here. We have over 40 features that are fully customizable to map precisely to your business. So with that, I think we're going to jump into a video of some testimonials. So let me just share this here.
Initially, we were using a paper-based system, which we felt was good at the time, but sort of to audit and analyse the activities that residents were doing, it was difficult to do. So we thought that a computer-based system would be better. We found StoriiCare really easy to implement. We've had staff that really aren't really computer literate, but they found it so easy to use. It saves them time on their job, saved a lot of time, and it gave them more time to do actual activities rather than doing paperwork for, say, they do an activity and having to write it out 20 times if they've done it with 20 different people. This is just a case of ticking the boxes, and it's so much quicker and so much easier. Recently, with a family member who didn't know what their mum actually done activity-wise in a week beforehand, it would be paper-based. It would take forever to try and identify what she actually done and then report back. With this, it's just going to their profile, clicking on their name, printing off a report that we could always email as well to them, and they were over the moon that they were able to see what they were doing. I would definitely recommend StoriiCare to other providers, and if anybody phoned me up to ask me, then I would definitely recommend it.
I'm Maria Nicolakoutis. I'm the Executive Director of Respite and Research for Alzheimer's disease. With StoriiCare, we found that we could have two very important aspects. StoriiCare provides us our ability to keep track of our clients. StoriiCare also allows us to communicate with client families. With Alzheimer's disease, frequently families cannot communicate with their loved ones. They don't know what happens with their loved ones during the day. StoriiCare allows us to share the daily lives of our clients with their families. StoriiCare definitely saves us a lot of time. When I look at saving time, I look at two aspects. One is saving time with communication. So the time it takes to communicate something urgent or significant amongst all staff. StoriiCare has reduced the amount of time that it takes for us to communicate to all staff, anything significant for any client. What I really like about StoriiCare is the ease of use. At our agency, we have a lot of people who are older, who do not like computers, who are afraid of tablets, who are afraid of technology, and StoriiCare makes it easy for them to use. I had a meeting with all of our staff, and there were a lot of people who were just flat out scared. Ooh, technology, I like paper, I like pencils. And I said, believe me, if you can use a smartphone, you can use StoriiCare. And that's the truth. So after about 2 weeks of coaxing and cajoling people into just trying out StoriiCare, everybody said, gosh, it's so easy, I can use it. It's always a question whether you're going to get good customer service on the back end. StoriiCare has the best customer service we've ever experienced with anything. I've been executive director of nonprofits. I've been for 25 years. I've worked in a number of different nonprofits as an executive director. I've worked with a lot of technology companies and services. I have never experienced the level of customer support that StoriiCare has, and the openness and willingness for StoriiCare to make sure that we get what we need. So I definitely would recommend StoriiCare to other providers, small or large. StoriiCare can be used in many different settings for whether you have a few clients, whether you have several hundred clients. StoriiCare is a great tool.
Kingdom Support and Care is one of our clients that was willing to do a case study here with us. So they are a subsidiary of a larger housing association, but obviously function in the care and support side. They had a system that was acquired by an international company, and they just found that they weren't getting the support they needed. And eventually they were informed that it was an end-of-life product, which meant that it wouldn't be, iterated or improved on. They couldn't do any sort of bespoke development. So that drove them to the marketplace. Their sister housing association is a client of ours. So they actually visited them, saw how StoriiCare was being used within their care and support services, and liked what they saw. So with KSC, we worked with them to develop and streamline, more efficient workflows. They adopted a train the trainer approach. So we gave their management a high level of support and training so that they could train their key workers and frontline staff. And they also used a phased approach so that they, kind of started by using forms and documentation on StoriiCare before they moved on to other workflows like tasks and outcomes. The benefits that they saw were increased access to support, streamlined workflows, enhanced key worker experience, and just a high level of customization. So I'd encourage you to head to our website and check out the other case studies.
Okay, thank you very much for listening.